All right, so we're gonna get started by finding a nice comfortable seated position. So there will be chair options throughout the class. We'll go through a 30-minute flow tonight. And you may want to grab a yoga mat or a towel if you don't have one of those. You might also want some kind of a cushion or a pillow to sit on if that would make you more comfortable. So coming to your chair or to your seat, and start by just checking in with your breath tonight. So you might want to bring your hands to your belly, feel it rise and fall, or you may rest your hands down on your knees, whatever feels most comfortable to you. And just notice your breath, see where you are today. And then slowly start to deepen your breath. And you might breathe in and out through your nose. I know we're coming up on cold season, so if your nose is a little stuffy, breathing through your mouth is just fine. But see if you can do in and out, nice and deep breaths. And we'll take a few here together, just really settling our bodies down at the end of what might have been a busy Monday for some of us. All right. So everyone, we made it halfway through our Partner Up Power Up program. And so I wanted to just talk real quickly and a little bit during our flow about keeping our perspectives positive. So you've probably heard the saying, you know, the glass is half empty or half full, depending on how you look at it. And so even though we're all halfway in our program, whether we are counting down the days or whether we just can't wait to go for the second half, we're all in the same place. And so our perspective has a lot to do with how we feel from that place. So from the halfway point here, I really want to honor where we are today. And let's keep that in mind, right? As we have a nice yoga flow tonight, let's keep a positive perspective and think about how we're halfway and we've got halfway to go and we're real excited about it. I'm going to adjust my settings so I can see everybody a little better. There we go. And from here, whether you're in your chair or on the floor, go ahead and straighten your legs out in front of you. Find nice straight legs out in front of you. I'll turn so you can see me a little better. And start to roll your ankles, just wake up your ankles a little bit, and you can add your wrists if that feels okay. Yeah, so you want to be sitting on the floor or on your chair or on a cushion if you have tight backs of your legs like I do. And reverse directions, taking a few circles here. All right. And then when you're ready, we can stop the circles, let the hands relax down. Go ahead and lift one of your legs just a few inches off the ground. So this is going to be really difficult, right? This is going to be a lot of work for that leg. And then set it down. And then lift the other leg just a few inches off the ground. Really working that leg and set it down. And then lift one arm up by your head, pointing straight up, and set it down. Lift the other arm up and set it down. I'll turn this so you can see me a little more. And from here, we're gonna start to flow with our breath. So go ahead and lift up one leg and then lift up your opposite arm. Take a deep breath in and then bend your knee and bend your elbow. So you're bringing your knee to your elbow as you exhale. So all together, straighten the arm, straighten the leg. Deep breath in and let it out as you bring elbow to knee. Straighten the arm, straighten the leg, breathe in. Breathe out, elbow to knee. Let's do one more here. Straighten everything out. Elbow to knee, and then listen really carefully. We're gonna stay right here. Take your leg and go ahead and cross it over. So you're gonna take your leg that's up and cross it over your bottom leg. And then take your elbow outside of your knee So the back of your elbow is on the back of your knee and you're twisting here. I'm gonna change my view so I can see you guys. Make sure I didn't lose anybody. If I lost you, just stick your legs out in front of you and twist one direction. That's great too. Take another deep breath here. Great job, everyone, and we'll unwind. So straighten that leg and straighten that arm back up and set them down. Great. And let's move right on to the other side. So lift your leg up, just a few inches off the ground is fine. Lift your opposite arm, take a deep breath in, and let it out as you bring your elbow to your knee. Deep breath in as you stretch both of them out. And exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, stretch everything up and out. Exhale, elbow to knee. Great job. Do it again. Inhale, stretch everything out. Exhale, elbow to knee. Let's do one more. Inhale, stretch it out. Exhale, elbow to knee. Hold here and take your top leg, cross that foot over. And then bring the back of your elbow to the back of your knee that's up. And just twist around. So letting your hands come down to wherever they're comfortable. Finding a nice twist in your upper back. And we're just gonna hold here for a few breaths. Keeping those nice deep breaths. It's really easy to hold our breath when we get to a twist, but we wanna really keep our nice deep inhales throughout class. Last deep breath in here. And exhale, let it go. Stretch those legs out, let those arms come down. And then inhale, both arms up. Exhale, let one hand fall to the ground, fingertips come down, top arm stretches over, just for our one out breath. And we're gonna inhale, bring both arms up, back through center. Exhale, let the other arm come down and stretch the other way. Let's do that a couple more times. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, drop one hand, side stretch. Perfect. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, side stretch the other way. Last time, inhale, back through center. Drop the arms, side stretch. And then our last side. Inhale, back through center. And exhale, side stretch. Perfect. Last time, inhaling back through center and let those hands relax down. From here, if you are seated in your chair, let's see, you want to keep your back nice and straight. If you are on your mat with me, come into a hands and knees tabletop position, and you'll want to move your cushion if you were using one. So from your hands and knees, tuck your toes under, so your toes are on the ground. Lift your hips and push up into that upside down V shape for downward dog. And we're just gonna come to an upright position. So look forward, start to slowly walk your feet, tiptoeing till they're right behind your hands. And then tucking your chin to your chest, roll up very slowly to standing, so your head comes up last. Looking great, everybody. Okay, so from our chair, we're just sitting up really nice and straight. As part of our honoring our halfway position in the program today, I want to move through, there's a lot of different sun salutations, but we're going to do a standing sun salutation A, but we're only going to do half of it because I really want to honor where we are today. So if you are on your mat, just standing up nice and straight. And we're going to move really slowly through this for the first time. And remember to keep your nice deep breaths, okay? So starting with our hands at heart center. And if you're in your chair, following along with the upper part of your body. That's all that we're really going to be moving. Okay. And from here, sweep your arms out and up, all the way up. And then you're going to fold forward all the way down. So you're just folding your body in half. And listen carefully here. Let's take the palms of our hands and press them very gently into your shins. So just right into your legs below your knees. And then straighten your back out so that your back is nice and flat like a table. And then let yourself fold back down. So release the hands, fold back down. And then once again, nice and slowly come up to standing as you sweep your arms out and up and back to heart center. Perfect. So I'm gonna add the breaths, and that just means I'm gonna tell you when to breathe in and out. If that feels like too much for you, just take nice deep breaths on your own. But if you would like, you can follow my cues to inhale and exhale as we go. So with your hands at heart center, inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, fold in half. Inhale, hands to shins, straighten your back flat like a table. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up as you stand. Exhale, hands to heart center. You guys look fantastic. Let's do that a couple more times. From hands to heart center. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, fold in half. Inhale, hands to shins, lift halfway, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up as you rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. Really great. We'll move a little bit quicker. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. And exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up as you rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. Last time, you guys are going to be experts at this. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, hands to shins, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up as you rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. Beautiful. And from here, go ahead and step out nice and wide. Okay. You can let your hands down by your sides. We're gonna step out nice and wide with our legs. So they're much wider than hip distance. We've done star position together, which is like this. So it's just like this. We're just gonna let the hands relax. Perfect. And I'm gonna tell you now, because your head is gonna be down and you're not gonna be looking at me, but we're gonna be walking our hands over to one side and spinning our feet one direction. So listen really carefully for that cue. So inhale, sweep your arms out and up. Exhale, fold with your legs nice and wide. And then go ahead and walk your hands over to one side and point your toes that direction too. So if you're in your chair, that just means you're resting your sit bone or your thigh on the chair and you're looking like this. So really great. Go ahead and bend this front knee. And if you're in your chair, this is where you're gonna stay, right here in a nice high lunge. If you're on the mat, let's go ahead and lower that back knee and set the top of the foot down on the mat. And this is a nice low lunge. And if you would like, you can keep your hands down on the ground for support, lowering that back knee if you would like, those of you on the ground. So from here, in case I lost you, you just have one knee on the ground and one foot on the ground. You can come up onto that one knee kneeling if you would like, or you can keep your hands on the floor. So whether we're in a high lunge on our chair or in a low lunge on the mat, this front knee is bent, and we're going to do half splits, which sounds really intimidating, half splits, but I promise all it is we're gonna straighten our front leg as much as is comfortable, okay? So from here, with our front leg bent, take a nice deep breath in, and as you exhale, start to lean back, and then slowly straighten your front leg. You might keep a slight bend in your leg if that feels more comfortable. And you also might rest your hand on something nearby if you need some support, because this is balancing. Great job. Straightening that leg back out. Deep breath in. Exhale as we start to straighten here. Great job. And from your chair, this can just look like straightening this leg and bending it back in, straightening and bending back in. Really great job, everyone. Let's take one more inhale with a nice bent leg. Exhale, straighten. And let's relax over our leg for just a few breaths here. Feeling a nice stretch along the back of the leg. And this is our nice half split. So we're just letting one of our legs come out in front of us. We might be up on something for balance, and we're just feeling a nice stretch through the bottom of our leg here. Great. Now from here, go ahead and set that foot back on the ground, bend that front knee, and then tuck your back toes if you're on the ground here. Hop up onto your back foot, and we're gonna walk our hands back through center. So back into our wide-legged forward fold. And then we're gonna come onto the other side. So walk your hands all the way over the other direction, and you're turning your feet this direction as well. Bend this front leg. And if you're on your mat, setting that back knee down, perhaps reaching over and holding on to something for balance, if that makes you feel a little bit more stable. And again, if you're in your chair, you can simply be like this, straightening and bending the knee, just like this. But if you're on your mat, let's keep our back knee down in a nice low lunge. Putting your hands wherever it feels most comfortable to you. And we'll start to flow with our breath into half splits on this side. And I'll let you in on a secret here that full splits is not part of my yoga practice, even though I do yoga every day. I am at halfway, and so I'm honoring that here. If full splits is part of your practice, you're welcome to take it, but we're gonna do this half splits here. So taking a nice deep breath in with this front leg bent, deep breath out as you start to straighten this leg. Start to straighten that front leg, feel a nice stretch. And inhale, bend the knee. Exhale, start to straighten the leg. And if you've got a little bend in your knee, that's great too. Wherever you are today, inhale, bend that front knee. Exhale, straighten that front leg as much as is comfortable for you. Inhale, bend that front knee. Exhale, straighten that leg. Inhale, bend the front knee. And exhale, straighten that leg, and we're gonna hold here. So keeping our nice deep breath. You might fold a little bit deeper over. You might have your leg bent and you're just kind of a straight back here, and that's great too. I want to really focus on keeping our perspectives positive wherever we are today, just honoring that space in our bodies. Really great. One more deep breath here. And let it out. And then starting to bend this front knee once again. If you're on your mat, tuck your toes and lift that back knee. Hop up onto your back foot. And then walking your hands as you turn your feet forward. So we're back in our nice, comfortable, wide-legged forward fold. Let's take one more deep breath in our forward fold. Exhale, see if you can let your head come down a little bit deeper, just with gravity. Letting that hang a little bit, feeling that nice stretch in the backs of the legs. And when you're ready, tucking your chin, rolling up slowly to a standing position. Hopping those legs in, give those legs a shake. They just worked really hard. Whew. Great job, guys. All right, so if you've done my other yoga classes with me, and I see lots of familiar faces, so I know a lot of you have, we've done Warrior 1 and Warrior 2 together. So today, I'd like us to give Warrior 3 a try. We're only gonna go halfway there because it is a pretty intense balancing posture. So we're gonna move into Warrior 3. We're gonna do our hands at heart center. So I'm gonna turn to the side so you can see me. And if you're on your chair, go ahead and turn to one side as well. And you're gonna keep one leg out because we're gonna slide this foot, okay? So those of you who are standing, hands at heart center. In yoga, we like to find, when we do a balancing posture, a place to rest our eyes that's not going to move to help us keep steady. And this would be a good time to mention if you have a desk or a chair or anything nearby or a wall, you may want to get close to something that can help you balance. If you think you might need a little bit of help balancing today, I might reach out and use my chair if I get a little wobbly. So from hands at heart center, find your focal point, something that's not moving. We call that a drishti. And then start to bend one knee. So you're coming up onto the ball of one foot here. And then it's like as if you could lift that foot. So give those toes a quick lift and then set them back down just a couple times. Lift them and set them down so that all of your weight, you know, is in the other leg. Great, and from here, take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, start to slide those toes behind you as you lean forward. You might only go a little bit here, and that's great. You might come all the way until your toes are reaching super far back, but still touching the mat. And keeping your focus on your drishti, your nice focal point that's not moving. Good. And go ahead and inhale, drag those toes back under you. Perfect. And if you do full Warrior 3 on your own, you're welcome to try that. We're gonna stay halfway. And if you're in your chair, you're simply leaning forward, just like this, okay? So let's do that again and we'll flow a little bit with our breath. So taking a deep breath in, bending that same leg. Exhale, let those toes slide out behind you as you slowly start to lean forward, keeping your gaze on that steady point. And inhale, drag those toes back under you. You guys are doing great. This is a really challenging pose. And exhale, slide those toes back. Do one more. Inhale, up, dragging those toes back. Exhale, let those toes go all the way back behind you. You might lift them up if that feels comfortable, or you can keep them on the mat, keeping your gaze nice and steady. I'm turning my head to look at you and I'm feeling wobbly. All right, holding here, a couple more breaths in our nice, super strong Warrior 3 position. Halfway to Warrior 3, really great. When you're ready, slowly coming back up, standing upright, setting that foot down, and we'll move to the other side. So I'm gonna turn this way, and if you're in your chair, go ahead and turn the other way so you can use your front foot. Those of us on the mat, simply bend your other leg. So bend your opposite leg that you just used, then the one you just used, I should say. Go ahead and lift those toes and put them down a couple times so you know that all of your weight is in the standing leg. Really great. Hands at heart center. And just finding our setup here. So if you turned at all, finding a nice focal point, a nice drishti on this side. And you probably don't want to use your computer screen or me because I will be moving around a bit, but maybe like a mouse on your computer or a keyboard or even just something art on the wall works great as well. So taking a deep breath in here And exhale, start to slowly slide those toes behind you. We want to keep those nice deep breaths as we move, bending forward. Inhaling, dragging those toes back under you. Great job. Exhale, send those toes back. These movements can be as big or as small as feels comfortable for you. Or you might simply stay with one leg bent, and that's great too. So inhaling back up to center. Exhaling, letting those toes slide back just as much as is comfortable. Inhale back up. Last time we're going to hold, so exhale, bring those toes back behind you. Being nice and steady here, eyes on your focal point. You might lift those back toes up if that feels super steady to you. I'm going to keep my back toes down today, staying in my half warrior three. Take a couple more nice deep breaths here. Really great job. And when you're ready, slowly bringing this foot back under you, letting the hands come down, pulling those ankles out a little bit. They just worked really hard. Roll the wrists out too. Great job. And from here, we're back in our mountain pose. Go ahead and step your feet out a little bit wider than your hips. So not quite as wide as we did when we were in our lunges, but just a little bit wider. And we just flowed a lot with our breath. And so we're going to start to slow things down. Oh, I want to go through one more very slow sun salutation. So sorry, put those feet back together. Come back through mountain pose with your hands at heart center. Let's move really slowly, start to slow our breath down with one more half sun salutation. So inhale, the arms sweep out and up. Nice and slow, like you're diving through water. Exhale, fold in half. Slowing that breath down. Inhale, hands to shins, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. And inhale, sweep the arms out and up as you rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. A little calmer. All right, now go ahead and step your feet out a little wider than your hips. Your toes might be pointed slightly outward if that's comfortable for you. We're gonna come into a yogi squat, sometimes called frog pose. So if you're in your chair, you're just gonna come down like this between your knees. If you are standing with me here, hands at heart center, you can bring your hands down for balance if you'd like a little bit more support. But if you would like to try the challenge, you can have your hands at heart center and slowly, slowly, slowly start to bend your knees. Yeah, this is a lot of work on your legs. Coming all the way down to a nice yogi squat. You might grab your cushion and put it under you if that feels more comfortable. But see if you can keep your elbows inside your knees and just find some stillness in our yogi squat. Or you're seated in your chair, or you're in a nice comfortable seated position that's not this. You can come to crisscross position if this feels a little too intense. That's totally fine. Taking some deep breaths in here in our nice yogi squat. And letting it go. Great job. When you're ready, bring your hands behind you and slowly come back to seated and cross your legs in front of you. And if you're in your chair, just sitting up nice and straight. Flowing a little bit more with our breath, but we're going to do it nice and slow. So go ahead and inhale both of those arms up. Exhale as you twist to one side and bring those hands down in a twist. So one hand's going to come to your knee, one hand's going to come behind you, and you're just going to twist your upper back. And we're going to hold this for a couple breaths. Just slowing our body down, wringing out any last bits of tension that might be in here. One more deep inhale. And let it go. Inhaling back through center, both arms come up. Exhale, twist the other way. So the front hand comes to the knee, the back hand reaches to the ground behind us. And just twisting your upper back, finding some nice deep breaths while we're in our twist. Bringing out any last bits of tension that might be on this side. One more deep inhale. And exhale. Inhale, back through center. Both of the arms come up. Exhale, the hands come down. And go ahead and stretch your legs out in front of you, wherever you are. Nice straight legs. And we're gonna fold over our legs. So just like we did when we were standing, inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold your body in half. And I want us to really recognize where we are here today. So your hands might be on your thighs. They might be on your shins. They might be all the way at your ankles or on your feet. So wherever you find yourself today is where you are supposed to be. Just taking a few breaths here, relaxing over your body wherever you landed. Finding a little bit of stillness. And when you're ready, walking the hands up the legs, come all the way back up to a nice straight spine. And from here, you're gonna come into a nice relaxed position. So you might lower slow down onto your mat or onto the floor, rest your head. If you're in your chair, you might lean back on your chair, but go ahead and find a nice, comfortable, reclined position. You might grab a pillow, make yourself really nice and comfortable. You might close your eyes if that feels good, or you might keep them open and find a soft gaze at the ceiling or at something in front of you. And I'd like you to simply tune into the sound of my voice. Again, you can close your eyes if it feels good, but just really letting your body relax. And as if you're falling asleep, see if you can let go of all of your thoughts and just feel your breath. With every breath, you feel more and more relaxed. On your inhales, feel your spine elongate. On your exhales, let your body settle into the earth, really melting down into the earth. Allow your body to lengthen from head to toe and become aware of any tension or stress that you're holding. And as you breathe, just gently let them go. And now bring your awareness to your heart. I'd like you to think about one or two of your positive qualities. Truly acknowledge it as your gift. And feel the love and the pride that it inspires. Think about how when you share this gift with others, it's a gift to them too. As you breathe, let that good feeling spread from your heart out through your whole body. And let that be who you are, not just tonight, but for our entire second half of our Partner Up, Power Up, and beyond. Give yourself the intention of being your best self and keeping it positive. Let's take 5 more deep breaths here together. So 5, inhale. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, and now it's time to come back to the room. So slowly wiggle your fingers on your toes Take any final stretches that feel good in your body. And when you're ready, we'll find our way back to a nice, comfortable seated position. And don't go anywhere after we say namaste today, because we have one quick announcement, okay? But real quick, as we're all sitting here, let's have everyone take a nice deep breath together. So inhale, sweep those arms out and up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Thank you so much for keeping it positive with me today, everybody. Namaste, and stick around. Let's see, I have a secret message I have to check. Excuse me. Can I have Ellen hop in here? I don't see a message. Sorry, guys, hang on 1 minute. We'll get there.
Yes. The voice from beyond. You should be getting a message from Virginia at any second.
I may have put her to sleep.
We have a special giveaway today for yoga for one special lucky person for joining, like we've been doing for our other sessions. But first off, can everyone give a huge round of applause to Rebecca? This is her last time with us. We're going to be getting a new yoga teacher for our next yoga class, but we love you. We love Rebecca. She's done an amazing job. So huge congrats. Thank you, Rebecca, for everything you've done for us.
Thank you, Ellen. I do see it now. I was looking at the wrong chat. That's my fault. I have two devices. It gets confusing. All right. And I'd like everyone to, you're on mute, so I won't be able to hear you, but if you could pound on whatever's in front of you so we can get a nice drum roll going. Drum roll, please. The winner is Jake McCourt. Oh, I think Jake is muted.
Hey, Jake, good job. Congratulations. You'll be getting some SONC swag. We'll follow up with you and we'll ship that out here shortly. So congratulations. And with that, we will close it out. We'll see you guys all tomorrow. See ya.